What's going on, guys? I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. Friday, the start of the weekend. Long time no see. I hadn't uploaded videos to this channel in a long time. But that's just what it's been like for both of my channels, the bonsai one and this one. So yeah, I thought I'd show you this small, very small, but I think quite cool operation. A couple of months ago, I created this terrarium. You can see that it's quite similar to another one that I had. And I say I had because it was completely destroyed because I knocked it over, and because it was small, it was just, the end of it. But anyway, we can see that I was going for like a couple of cliffs, obviously in the water setting over here. And in the middle, I intend to have like a little island with moss. And this is the island in question over here. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm going to place it there in the middle. I'm going to plant some moss here in these crevices, and yeah, it's going to complete the whole build. So a couple of months ago, I planted the moss here, and I think a couple of days ago, like 4 or 5 days ago, we actually did a little bit of cleanup because it was completely overgrown with grasses. These little plants, this one for example, these little plants emerge from the soil, and ideally you just want to take them out as soon as they come up, but I just left them there and they were growing and growing. In fact, you can see some of the little roots, this one right here, that were going down into the water, but yeah, I just removed them. Some of them I did keep, for example this one over here, because I think it looks kind of interesting. It looks cool. And once you make a terrarium, these little ferns also start to pop up. So I decided to keep them as well. On the water section, we got a couple of hydrocotyle tripartita, bucephalandras, and bucephalandra over here. This one is like a smaller variety. This one is bigger in the back. Let's just move this. You can see the the soil there. You can see over here that this one is larger, or of a larger variety. I think in the future it might be a problem, but as of now, I think it looks quite cool. It just adds to the diversity of plants in the build. So I'm gonna, oh, another thing, I misplaced my tripod, so I'm gonna have to pause the video, show you what this little thing looks like with moss on top, and then again pause the video and show you how it looks like once it's placed in position. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna start with the planting. Here we go. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I got a little tray of moss here. You can see how phototropic this is. This is, stretching out into the light. Yeah, this is some of the moss that I'm going to use. Okay, so yeah, let's go. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, this is all planted now. It might not look like much, but after a couple of weeks this will start to fill in and yeah, look better and better. So it's all a matter of like I said, placing it here and then just filling this whole thing with water. The last step, I think, is going to be the hardest one, because I gotta place this in such a way that it stays above the water level, but it's also sturdy and it's also level, so that it doesn't wobble around. So I'm gonna pause the video again, make a little hole right there in the middle, and then place this in. And the last step will be to fill this entire thing with water. Well, not the entirety of it, but just keep a nice water level there. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. Okay, so this would be the end result. I'm not sure how happy I am about it, or with it. It looks a bit crowded. I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe when the moss that we planted here in this little rock, this little island, maybe when it gets greener and it fills in all the little spaces that we now see as brown, it would look better. But yeah, at the moment, I don't know how to feel about it. I kind of, it's okay, but it's not quite what I envisioned. Maybe because there's also like a difference in color. You can see that the red is very, very different from this little cream color that we have on the stone that we placed. But yeah, now what I'm doing is filling this with water. And I gotta be very careful because if I use like maybe like a spray bottle or something that's a bit more violent, it could disturb the moss, it could disturb the soil. You gotta be careful with the terrariums and the moss so that you don't mess the whole thing up. So yeah, I'm just quickly filling it up, and you can see that we will see a definite water level there. Absolutely no livestock at the moment, but maybe in the future a couple of snails, maybe a little shrimp. I got several of those, I haven't shown them a lot in this channel, but I do have like, I don't know, 20 Neocaridina shrimps, and they live happily in in these builds that have like a submerged part and an immersed part, and plus they look very, very cool, right? So anyway, I think this will be all for today's video. You can see that this little guy is doing okay. In future builds, I'm gonna show it to you, show its progression, what it looks like at the moment. So all we got to do now is close this. You see me using cling film, but you can use glass, you can use anything that's clear, and just put it in a spot where it receives bright light. Yeah. So that will be all pardon me. That will be all for today's video. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Bye.